Welcome back to CETV, Camera Electronic, family-owned business with the Saulman Frank, that's me. Made up my own nickname. And my brother Howard, who's not here, this is not my brother Howard, he's working hard behind the scenes. And what we do at Camera Electronic is we really love photography. You know, we've been in it forever. Our dad started the business 53 years ago. We get to see the latest and greatest from all the major brands and any brand when it comes to photography. So today I thought I'd invite a passionate enthusiast. He's not sponsored by OM, but he's wearing all the OM gigs. He loves it that much. And when we get the latest and greatest cameras, we love getting them into customers' hands to test. So welcome, Wing. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you being here.
Thank you very much for inviting me in.
Now, I know you research a lot of gear before you buy it, and you haven't actually bought the OM3 yet, but you're a big fan of OM.
That's right.
And you've tested a lot of cameras, so I thought it might be nice for you to test the OM3. So you recently did get a chance to test it. I see you bought your trusty OM1 here.
Yes.
So tell me a bit about your time with the OM3.
Well, my time with the OM3, I had a few days with it, and thank you very much for the opportunity for me to have a play with it, take it out to shoot. But I was doing a whole range of different shots with it, with a particular bent towards street photography, a little bit of travel photography. I think where OM is coming with this particular camera is more from the content creator, on-the-go, run-and-gun type of shooting.
Nice flip-out screen.
Yeah, it's
good for your selfies.
And one of the things when I first got it was how stylish it looks. It's got a nice retro feel to it.
Yeah. They've even changed, almost like gone back to the old leather.
Yeah. It's a really fantastic looking camera. I do like how it's styled and how it's designed. Also, it's a little smaller than my OM1, which means it's a little less obvious. And for street photography, you want something that's fully functional, unobtrusive. And if you're traveling, you want something light. Easy to fit into a small camera bag or your standard sort of backpack. So this really sort of fits the bill.
Great. So, and what's some of the latest, greatest things that maybe that this has got? Because actually the OM1 is their flagship and the OM1 Mark II. Now they've brought this out. They've also got an OM5. So this is sitting in the middle. What features does this have that the OM1 doesn't have?
Well, one of the things that I really liked about it is on the front there's a little creative dial.
Ah, yes, that's
over
new.
There.
That's new.
Yeah, that's kind
so
of
cool.
A hark back to the Pen F, but you can use that to select different art filters. You can use that for your to change it to mono. Also, if you wanted to do some creative coloring with that, you can use that as well.
So for your real mad enthusiasts, so if you don't maybe want to go up to the extra dollars on the OM1, which be more considered for the pros. I know we had Simon Cowling on recently talking about it. This one, if you're a mad enthusiast and you just love photography and you want to experiment, you don't have to go through 100 different buttons.
That's right.
You can just switch on to black and white straight away, to mono, basically.
Yeah. And from that perspective, it's great to do some travel and street photography. If you want to shoot in mono, the mono profiles are absolutely fantastic in that. So it's very easy to get to. That's
interesting. You said so quickly.
Yeah.
Mono profile. So it's not just switching to black and white. There's a bunch of different ways to do black and white.
Yeah. So there's three presets: mono, 1, 2, and 3, and it just changes slightly between the three.
Like contrast.
Yeah. Right. Filters.
I love really strong blacks and whites.
Yeah, there's one in there that's really contrasty, which I like.
Oh, I love it.
That's a style that I like to when I do the black and whites and monos. That's the style that I particularly like. The other thing, OM system, or previously Olympus, is really featured in terms of its computational photography. So things like high-res mode, live ND, and live GND. So what live ND is, for people who don't know, is you use the sensor for slow shutter speeds. in bright conditions. So instead of having a physical filter on that, you can use the camera to do
it's
that.
less stuff to carry, hence lightweight, good
Yeah.
for travel. So if you wanted to get that beautiful waterfall streaming
Yeah,
effect,
exactly.
you can just be walking around hiking with this.
Yeah.
And it's quite weatherproof as well.
That's correct.
Like I think it's IPX 53
Yeah.
rated, which is insane. So someone checked that, but I'm positive it is. And go for a nice hike, put it on live ND, get the streaming water effect.
Yeah.
Even
you
if you
can-
want to do street with cars.
Yeah. And you can get that now. You can access now with a button on the back called the CP button. It's instead of having to go through.
Oh, does
the
that
menu.
stand for computational photography? That's so clever.
So,
Yeah, right.
so you can actually press that button and you get all of those features coming up on the screen.
Right there.
Yep. So that makes it really, really easy to get to that.
And you mentioned live GND, so explain that. What's the difference with that and
So,
live ND?
graduated neutral density filter. So the sensor or the camera will actually give you that ability where you can.
That's totally new. That wasn't.
Yeah, that's right.
I hadn't even. I
Yeah.
should know this stuff, but
So it's in there. It's also in the OM1. So they've taken the some of the features in the OM1 and put that into the OM3.
that's it.
So you can actually move where the filter, the ND filter goes.
Can you even adjust where the graduation
That's
is? Where
correct,
it sits?
yeah.
And like the difference with hard and soft
That's
graduate,
right.
you can
do
change that as well.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And you can also change the angle of it. So,
So
all in
that's
the camera.
for. So explain. So where would you use that in a landscape scene?
So, for example, if you are shooting, let's say, architectural landscape where you've got a hill and you've got a really bright sky, and you've got an angle on the hill, so you can actually change the graduation.
Oh, you can even change where the graduation
yeah,
sits.
so-
That's insane.
It's great.
Yeah.
It makes it really, really easy. I've got a wide angle lens, and I need a huge adapter to fit large filters. So with that, I don't have to use those filters if I don't want to. So those filters are 150 by 150.
Oh, massive. And to
yeah.
carry those with you, right?
Yeah. So I can
Big,
use
heavy.
the graduated live ND filter in the
It's
OM3.
outstanding for landscapes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. It's
That's it.
fantastic. So I did a whole bunch of different things with this camera when I had it on loan from Camera.
Did you get a
Electronic.
chance to play the video at all?
I'm not a huge video person,
Yeah.
so I'm
It was
not a
illegal,
videographer.
I know that, but I thought I'd ask in case
Yeah.
people are wanting to know. What about battery life?
It's about the same as the OM1.
Pretty good?
Yeah,
300-400 shots?
more than that.
More?
Yeah, I reckon.
Okay,
If it's
insane.
the same battery, it'll give you the same life. I recently shot with the OM1 at the Frio Street Festival.
Oh, yep.
So for the entire day, I filled 2 cards, and I didn't have to change my battery. So
That's
if that's
insane. That is insane. Yeah, I think I have heard that OM System, formerly Olympus, are well known for that. And I can't imagine there's much more that the camera doesn't really have with all those different filter systems and the quick switch to black and white, and you've got access to all the creative and the art filters. Have you used some of the art filters or the creative?
Yeah, I mean, when I took
What
it
was
out,
your favourite?
mono really. I really do like that. But I actually played around with the color filters to boost some of the colors in the landscape.
What were they called?
It's just I think it's called Vivid.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's and you can actually change the whether you want it warmer or cooler.
Right.
There's a lot of customization with those filters from the creative dial, and it gives you the options on screen, and it's a touch screen, so you can just use the touch screen.
And so, yeah, and in comparison weight-wise, if you were to take the OM1 out for a street festival all day, even that lens, the 25-1, it's one of the 1.2 Pro,
Yeah.
that's the 25-1.8.
Yeah,
That's just such a smaller, lighter
yeah,
experience.
that's right. It is a.
I know you did have a play with that lens too.
Yeah, that's right.
I was trying to tempt him into buying it. So.
Well, it's something that's definitely on my list.
Which we're going to have to talk to Sandra about, his wife, off air and find out what we can.
Yeah.
Did you use the flippy screen? Articulating?
Yes.
I call it flippy screen.
Yeah, more from the perspective of if I wanted to lift the camera up, I'm only 5'4", so if I wanted to lift it up to get a higher shot,
Then you could see the screen easily.
yeah, I can see the
right.
screen. So it's I do like articulated screens. It's something I think is a really good feature for me anyway. For the
More and
cameras.
more people are going to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's And the screen is a good resolution as well. So it's
Yeah, right. And the viewfinder?
viewfinder's fantastic. I didn't have any issues with it whatsoever.
Bright enough?
Yeah, for me it was
right.
bright enough.
Have they changed it from the OM1?
Yeah, it's. I think the resolution on this screen on the viewfinder is less than the resolution on the OM1, but I didn't see any issues with looking
it's
through.
good to know because it is smaller and there's only so much you can do. If you want to make your camera smaller and lighter and great for travel, you do have to sacrifice something. So the viewfinder physically is a little bit smaller, but then you're hearing from someone who's out there in the field using OM1 as well, viewfinder was still
Yeah, I mean, I was able to get the shots. One of the really good shots that that I got doing street photography. I was in Frio, just around the Little Creatures pub.
Did you stop for a beer?
Unfortunately not.
Oh, I would. We will next time.
Yes, definitely. But there's a laneway between the two pubs, and in that laneway's got some really nice contrasty.
Is it graffiti and stuff in there?
No, there's actually a window with a heart on it. So
cool.
it's really fantastic.
That's awesome.
But it's nice and contrasty. And a guy was coming towards me, pushing a trolley. I saw the shadow of a guy walking across from the other, pub, and going across. And I was able just to get that shot. So he was moving into frame, got the motion blur. He was coming towards me. The other person was coming.
Cool.
Yeah, so it was done in that black and white.
And I suppose because this is so small, like, he wouldn't have even noticed you there. So you can actually just be like this, and it's insane.
And the autofocus on that is spectacular. It's the same autofocus as the OM1, so
Right.
it shares
Powerful.
both. Yeah, it is. It shares both the processor and the sensor from the OM1.
Geez, that's insane. Have you ever done any big prints from it?
No. I've not done any sort of prints or large prints. It's
We saw some massive prints from Saulman Cowan.
Yeah.
We were pretty shocked because it is a smaller sensor, but that allows the whole camera to be small and the lens to be small and light. Yet, if you ever wanted to, you can still print massive from it as well. Not just big, but massive.
Yeah.
Oh my God, awesome. So, is there anything extra that I haven't asked you about that you'd love to let us know about the OM3?
I think we've pretty much covered the sort of experiences that I had with it.
And I know you sent me some of your shots, so I'm going to make
Yeah.
sure we include some of those in the video as well, if they haven't been already. And when we say you're amateur enthusiast, love photography, what got you into photography?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
This could be a whole other episode.
That's a whole other episode. But essentially, my wife said to me, we do all of the sort of things together, but there's stuff that I want to do that I'm interested in. And she said, why don't you try photography and we could do it together? And that's how it started.
Brilliant.
And that was the
We're seeing a slight correction off to the side here, but we can bring that up another time. And then you've been supporting us for years and years and years, coming to Camera Electronic, you and Sandra. How did you originally find us?
Well, I think we were shopping around for cameras, and we came into your store.
Google, probably.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Cool.
and the first person we met was your father.
Oh, right.
And
he was a character and a half.
Wonderful man. And he welcomed us to the store.
Oh,
we had a
brilliant.
bit of a chat, and the rest, as they say, is history. And then that was close to 20. That was close to 20 years ago.
Wow, brilliant. Well, thank you so much, and we want you to keep supporting us for another 20,
brilliant.
and I'll keep finding exciting things for you to test and try.
Yep.
So huge thanks to you and Sandra for supporting us all these years. Guys, we're a family-owned business. Please just come and say hi, show us your photos. We're here just to have a chat, and continue coming to Camera Electronic. Follow us on all of our different socials. You'll see this on YouTube and Insta and our Facebook. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much.